A royal writer who got a backlash from the Duchess for his book on Meghan Markle says King Charles always disliked Africa. Tom Bower's revenge was slammed as a biased attack, full of errors and disputed by Meghan herself, but he still appears regularly in the British media. He has now claimed that Charles preferred the white Commonwealth nations and was pushed to go to Africa just before he ascended the throne. On Tuesday, Charles said he was delighted to be in Kenya and added, "It is especially wonderful to come back to this amazing country in the 60th year of your freedom." Bower said on GB News that leftist American scholars have grossly overstated the wrongs of the British Empire. It should be mentioned that Bower also wrote a harsh biography of Charles, called Rebel Prince, which earned him the title Unrivaled, which find a general of modern biographers from the Mail on Sunday. Charles always disliked Africa. He was pushed to go to Africa just before he became king because he ignored the Commonwealth. He liked the white Commonwealth nations, Bowers said on GB News. He liked going to India a lot, but he stayed away from Africa if he could. He just didn't find it culturally very appealing, while he was very fascinated by the culture of India. And the real truth is, Queen Camilla hates long trips. Charles is on a visit to Kenya to celebrate the 60th anniversary of the country's liberation from British rule, and expressed his regret for the crushing of the Mau Mau uprising, which led to 90,000 Kenyans being killed, tortured and mutilated in the 1950s. The official death toll is 10,000, and the British government in 2013 gave around $25 million to more than 5,000 survivors of the British camps. I don't think Charles is a natural envoy or leader. I think he has a hard time because he knows very well, of course, that awful things happened during the Mau Mau era, but more Kenyans were slain by Kenyans, far more than by the British. Bower, whose book was a big hit in royal reporting when it came out in summer 2022, said. It was all grossly overstated. The pain caused by the British because it's the work of leftist American scholars who lied, absolutely lied, about what happened. Sadly, the Foreign Office gave in to this argument that Britain had been awful during the colonial era, he said. The whole thing has been totally reversed. Bower added. The British still have a very favourable reputation in Kenya to this day because of the legacy of the imperial past. Kenya is a thriving, very wealthy African country unlike many of the others, thanks to the British legacy. The royal family has also been urged to pay compensation for slavery, including by some Caribbean nations. The British government insists it is not legally responsible for what the British administration did in Kenya. Bower said, there will be no compensation. No government would be that stupid, and hopefully Charles would say not from me. But the reality is that we are in this strange time right now with the colonial history. I mean, South Africa has been badly affected by its triumphant ANC government. It's high time that Britain stops apologizing for what happened. It did some bad things. There's no question there were some atrocities, but there were also a lot of positive things done as well. In his book, Bower challenged Meghan's claim of being close to tennis star Serena Williams. Serena Williams said she was not Meghan's friend but just a casual acquaintance. Meghan did not mention Bower but seemed to respond to 3 of his assertions in the first episode of her Archetypes podcast. She talked to Williams, saying, "We became such good friends," and asked her, "So I suppose part of it just to set the scene is, what made you want to do this with me, besides the fact that you're my girl?" Williams said, "I was gonna say because I love you and I trust you. We've been friends for a long time." The episode was called, The Misconception of Ambition. After Bower had portrayed her as ambitious in an interview on Good Morning Britain, she said, "I don't recall ever personally feeling the negative implication of the word ambitious until I started dating my current husband." And she also reaffirmed a story about her campaigning to change a dish soap advert at age 11, which Bower had questioned. Remember to subscribe to British Royal Daily Updates YouTube channel and turn on the notification bell, this way you will be notified when we drop a video. Stay safe.